Because as a Miami Dolphins fan, I can officially announce, as a Miami Dolphins fan, I can officially announce this with confidence. I can confidently say, for the first time in 22 years, maybe 23 years, I think it was 2000, for the first time, Miami Dolphins, now I got to double check because I want to get it right, but for the first time in 22 years, Miami Dolphins' last home playoff game. Okay, here it is. I did this already the other day. For the first time, here it is. 2002, we lost to the Ravens. I was at that game. Okay? So it was 2000. It was the 2001 playoffs, okay? That season, but it was 2002 because of January. I don't have to explain myself. But if you understand math, we're in 2023, so it was 22 years ago. Now I can officially say, for the first time in 22 years, I can confidently say, for the first time in 22 years, the Miami Dolphins will host a home playoff game. I can officially, confidently say that. Now, is it clinched? No. Could they lose the final 6 games and not even make the playoffs? Sure. Is that going to happen? No, that's not going to happen, okay? Let's be realistic. I can confidently say the Miami Dolphins will host a home playoff game for the first time in 22 seasons. Might I add, I was at the last Miami Dolphins home playoff game. I was at the last 2. The last one was against the Ravens. Opening kickoff, the Ravens fumbled the ball. We recovered it. They held us to a field goal. We never scored again. We never scored again. They beat us. I have it right here. 20-3. The year before that, we went against the Colts. We won in overtime. A Lamar Smith overtime win against Peyton Manning and the Indianapolis Colts. And then we got destroyed 27-0 against the Raiders, who would eventually go on to lose in the Super Bowl to... I'm sorry, they didn't. They would go on the next year. In 2000 was... the Ravens beat the Giants. But I can officially say the Miami Dolphins are going to have a home playoff game this year. And I'm going to go to it. But that is something exciting. And that's thank you to the Eagle fans for beating the Bills. The Bills are now 6-6. And if you had to bet, I would bet that they're not going to make the playoffs. I would bet they're not going to make the playoffs because of what schedule lies ahead for the Buffalo Bills. Now the Miami Dolphins have an easy road before it gets a little bit more difficult. Okay, so for you Dolphin fans and other people who aren't Dolphin fans, also other people who aren't Dolphin fans, the reason I am confidently saying that is because our next 3 games are in Washington, home Monday night against the Titans, rookie quarterback, a second-year quarterback is Washington's a second-year quarterback, rookie quarterback with Will Levis, Monday night home game where I think we're 13-1 in like the last 14 games against the Titans. And then home against the Jets, who have scored 1 touchdown in like 52 drives. Okay? Call me crazy, but I promise you, with all the heart I have, even if a truck or a semi-truck drove onto the field and broke Tua and Tyreek's legs, and we didn't have either of those 2 guys going in the next 3 games, I could pretty confidently say we're going to win. And the Miami Dolphins will be 11-3. The Miami Dolphins are going to be 11-3 after these next 3 games. They will be 11-3, and after that 11th win against the New York Jets at home, I believe that will clinch the division because that's how bad our division is. So that is exciting, and that is great news for Miami Dolphin fans all across the country and the world. If you have a Miami Dolphins friend or a fan, or know somebody that is a fan, you tag them in this video and you let them know, congratulations, because your team's going to be 11-3 and you're going to be a division winner in the next 3 weeks. Okay? Because we know what the Bills have to do. And also, Miami is not going to lose the rest of their games. They're going to, even if they win 2 of the next 3, that puts them at 10. They're just not going to lose 6 games. I can confidently say we are hosting a home playoff game, maybe 2. Now, that's where we get to have fun. The Dallas game, the Ravens game. I know people don't like to look ahead, but that's what we do on this podcast. That's what we do on this show. So if you don't like to look ahead, then skip this video and go to the next show, because that's what we do here. We're into numbers. We like to look at stats. We like to look at history, and we like to talk about the future, because that's what's fun. And that's what you always do, because we know that the Chiefs are going to win the Super Bowl. So you got to always look at the future. And we're looking for when they retire and Mahomes isn't around anymore. Not the Chiefs, Mahomes. But either way, we could beat the Ravens. I don't know. Right now, the Ravens look very good. Okay? I could get into the whole playoff picture and stuff if you want. But right now, I'm kind of still high on the fact that Miami Dolphins is officially going to be hosting a home playoff game. And maybe we'll host 2. Because after you host 1, you don't know what happens. If we're the 2 seed and we win, we're definitely getting 2. Now, nothing's guaranteed if you're 3 or 4. You just get the 1. But there's a chance we get that 2 seed, and that guarantees us 2 home games. Because we're beating the 7. I'm not worried about the wild card teams. I'm not worried about the wild card teams in either league. I think the division winners in the AFC and the NFC both take care of business in the first round of the playoffs. Except in the NFC. Except for the South. And I think we all agree on that. But let's get into the AFC playoff picture.